Well, it's week 3 and let me tell you, you have no idea how long a month is until you decide to watch one movie every day for the length of it. Anyway, let's get into the reviews for what I watched this week. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. Chosen purely off the name and because it was a modern film, and usually when a film is introduced as being by someone you've never heard of, you're in for some god-awful middle-aged man's vanity project, and this kinda let me down, because it didn't star him, it was merely written, directed, edited and produced by him. This is Gen Z Malaysian Breakfast Club crossed with a ninja slasher movie, trying to be amusing with a sound mix even Christopher Nolan would have rejected. With better acting, direction, script and budget, this might have been great, but seeing as it had none of those, it was 2 stars out of 5. Maybe 2.5 stars purely because I spent the entire runtime trying to work out how this even got made. It's a British film, filmed in an international school in Kuala Lumpur for $20,000, starring the students from that school with very small cameos from Dirk Benedict and Godfrey Ho. With a name and poster like that, I had to watch this and it did not disappoint. When a group of thirsty mothers catch a particularly nasty new STD from a serial philanderer, they turn into, flesh-eating mothers. A sort of zombie movie where the zombies go from talking about banal middle-aged lady things one moment to eating a man's face off the next. Unlike last week's Microwave Massacre, this is actually a so bad it's good movie, with some atrocious acting that is just hilarious, and such brilliant dialogue as, "My mother just ate my brother, she's never done anything like that before," throw in the quirky soundtrack and bucketfuls of gore, and I'm giving this one 4 stars out of 5. So this was actually recommended to me by Full Moon themselves on Reddit, being a remake sequel reboot to Necropolis that I watched way back in week 1. And man, this dragged for a film that is a measly 62 minutes long. The plot was still nonsensical, but gone were the interpretive dance scenes and gore to be replaced by lots of pointless shots of nothing much happening, which is why I'm giving this 1 out of 5 stars. I wasn't a fan. Chosen because of the name and poster, this is a somewhat proto-slasher set in the drive-in theatre, but mainly focuses on the 2 detectives' investigation into the murders rather than the actual slashing. Not a huge amount to say about this one, bar it is a decent low-budget film from the mid-70s, some decent gore and red herrings re who the killer were kept me interested until the end. And the end, yeah, that's a choice, being just a text card rather than actual footage of what happened at the end of the story. Would have been a 3 out of 5 star film, but due to the ending, I'm giving it 2 stars out of 5. I chose this one because it had the involvement of Bruce Campbell, Sam and Ted Raimi, plus, true story, I used to work in a store like this many moons ago, and a guy legitimately tried to cut my head off one evening, so this was all too real for me, especially seeing as the first third is a day in the life of the store clerks, and then the slashing starts, and oof, this is top-notch slashing. Inventive kills and over-the-top gore mean I'm giving this one 5 stars out of 5. Even though it's fairly obvious who the killer is if you've ever worked in such a store, because my god, I've met people like that. It's got the best Batman in it and a great poster, so I watched this purely based on that. A sorority hazing ritual goes wrong when a man ominously named Raymar has found the secret to immortality, which is great for him because he's just died. A slow burn horror as it takes a full 65 minutes of the 84-minute runtime for him to reappear, the rest being a teen sorority drama of sorts. But when he does, the wait is worth it. Some great special and practical effects and a very gross ending mean I'm giving this 3 out of 5 stars. Another film I'm pretty sure I'd already seen. I've literally nothing to say about this film, chosen purely off the name, which is of course the best thing about it. A very low budget regional film where some druids try to resurrect an ancient witch or some such. I don't know, I kinda zoned out about 20 minutes into this, which is why I'm giving it 1 star out of 5. Oh, the sound has a really weird and annoying hissing throughout on Tubi if you really want to waste 77 minutes of your life. If you liked this, then please comment, like and subscribe, because the 4th and final part of this madness will be coming around the 1st or 2nd of November, rounding off the last 10 films of the 31 I will have watched by then. Someone please kill me. Send help. I'm being forced to do this against my will.